Hello traders, it's Jeffrey from Strategic Day Traders. Welcome back to another review of our trades this week. Let's go ahead and get started. As you know, all the information provided here is for educational purposes only and is not an offer or a recommendation to trade futures, stocks, options, or Forex. If you'd like more information about my private group and the signals and suggested trades that I put out daily, please go to www.strategicdaytraders.com and feel free to shoot me an email at any time with any questions about the trades, about trades you're taking, and anything that you see on the site. So just to give you a quick review for those of you that are new, I typically look for trades throughout the day following the New York session, looking at the movement through the day, analyzing the news that previously occurred and the news that's coming up, and the projected currency strength and pair moves over the subsequent 4 to 12 and even 24 hours once the sessions open back up. As you know, the world sessions start in Sydney, then move to Tokyo, then to London, and then back to New York. So I'm following them throughout. I get my initial bias, and then I track my trades, looking for parabolic moves. This is a simple strategy that I use to help me decide when I want to enter after I've already determined my bias. So I'm looking at charts that have these simple indicators, and I'm looking for movement to the outside edge, a reversal off of supply or demand zones. I'm looking for overbought or oversold conditions. And then once I'm in a trade, I'm looking for sustained momentum to help follow through on the Williams percent R, and then typically get out either at the opposite edge of the envelope or at the edge of a supply or demand zone that is coming up. And my entries are usually pullback entries for maximum profits. So again, once I've got my bias, for example, in this case, a short, I'm looking for a pullback when the market conditions already predict that we might get a reversal right around this area, and we have an outside bar and a quick move down, and then grab some quick profits. This is what my trade signals look like. Those of you that are members already know that you get an invitation to my private Telegram channel. And daily I will release signals that look just like this. So for example, on this day a few weeks ago, I put out 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, and this typically comes out between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So anyone that is in the U.S., you can easily do this after a full day if you're looking to incorporate trading into your daily routine, whether you're working or trading or scalping futures, for example, during the New York session like I do also. This is easy to put on, set and monitor the next few candles to see the best opportunity for entry. And either we wait for the pullback to these ideal entries to maximize our profits, or sometimes get in directly at market based on what looks like trading momentum. There are two ways that these prices move on currency pairs. Either the banks will pump the trade either up or down, waiting to get their maximum profit on longs or shorts, or the momentum is so great that the market is following the session's movement, and we're just piling in behind the huge trades that are still playing out. Here is another example of what the signals look like. So for example, a few weeks ago as well, on this particular chart, the Euro New Zealand, we had a short entry predicted at 77477. That's right over here. So when I release my signal right around this point, we're waiting for a pullback right to this edge. We get into our trade. We took a little bit of heat, but this is well in the middle of the London session. In my case, on my Eastern time zone, I'm not even in front of the chart here. I'm letting it fill automatically. We get our turnaround, as you can see, when we are completely overbought, and we get our nice move down. And in this case, we were still moving down when the New York session was close to opening, kept moving our target down to maximize our profit, and in this case had a nice almost 97 pip move, 970 ticks, riding the entire London session all the way down. This past week, here's what we were looking at. On Tuesday, as I made sure and let all of you guys know, look out for at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Very unusual time for significant reports, but in the Forex world, we do pay attention to the reports globally. We had the interest rate release report, and I let everybody know that the Royal Bank of New Zealand already had a big rate reduction previously, and the analysis based on most of the analysts that were out there was that there was going to be another rate decrease, but not quite as much. The bank surprised us and put out another full half-point measure, so we were able to follow and track that by expecting that this was going to be an important move. And then later in the week, we had the Fed minutes that were released. We obviously tracked the U.S. dollar with that. The following day, CPI and unemployment claims that were somewhat contradictory from the U.S., and that kind of flattened the markets out. We had some GDP results from the UK. Canadian employment move was a big one, and we were careful to get out of any trades just before this 8:30 a.m. period, because that was also the same time that we had U.S. dollar moves. So all of these are easy to anticipate in advance. I like market moving news. That's one of the great things about Forex and why I like to trade it. Here are all of the signals that we had out this week. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 signals, total of 464 pips altogether. Easy to trade these on ultra small lots if you're new. Safe lot size of 0.1, one mini lot still got you a nice $300-400. And if you have bigger accounts, you easily got almost $2,000 if you followed these plans. Okay, now not every single one is a winner, but we're able to manage with our stops that can be sometimes extremely tight, and just had a couple losers and still had a very positive green week. Here are some examples of the trades this week. This is the Euro Aussie from the 7th. We had a long entry at 62322, so the trade came out right here. Immediately got our entry filled, and we're looking to go long. And sure enough, right around midnight, and I'm not even in front of the chart any longer, we had a nice move. Took our first target and let this play out. This actually ran throughout the London session, and by morning time around 5:36, still in the trade and able to move our target all the way up to here, and by around 7 or 8, way before the news came out, took our second target profit right off of this supply zone right over here. Let's see, total pips on this one. Beautiful 133 pip trade. Simple entry, first target, second target. And then on the pound Canadian dollar, the following day, here we were looking for a long. Now, as you can see, we had a nice long uptrend. That typically can be one of two things. Either we're going to see a reversal or we're going to see a continuation. We're looking for a continuation on a long with a reversal small enough to get in on, and then the continuation trade. So in this case, signal came out right around here. We were very quickly already obviously overbought, and then we had our move down, got in right at the 78566 that we were looking for, and this is in the next, that was over about 4 hours, and then over this period of time, got into our first signal. We were able to move it up as this played out throughout the night. By the time I got back in front of my monitor, I was still in the trade, and here you're seeing the Williams percentage showing me there's plenty of steam in this trade still to go, so I kept moving my target up and my stop way up to here, and then got right out here. And as we saw it reversing and finally coming down, took my second target and was out right about here before the New York Open. I don't like the volatility right at the New York Open, and will frequently close it right there. Total here about 73 pips for the two trades, the initial high probability target as well as the runner. And then another one, let's see, the pound Australian dollar. We had an entry at 94125. Took a while to get into this one. In fact, we ran up, ran down, and then finally got our entry right about here after London opened, or shortly before London is about to open. Had our nice run up right here, first target, and then our second target right at the close of this reversal candle for another easy 77 total pips. So those are a couple of examples of the trades that I took this week and all of the signals that we had. Now, what do we have coming up this week? We've got one significant off-hour news event. So pay attention for the pound CPI, the UK CPI news released at 2 a.m. Eastern time. So for all of you that are on the East Coast or Central time, or even West Coast time. So anyone in the U.S., please adjust your clocks accordingly. On the East Coast, 2 a.m. Eastern time. So anything that comes out on Tuesday evening going into Wednesday, be careful to monitor closely. You don't want to get stopped out for any rapid or volatile candle moves. But before then, on Tuesday morning Eastern time, we've got Canadian CPI news, Australian unemployment news, which will be significant, obviously, in the Asian and Sydney sessions especially. And then on Thursday, we've got unemployment claims and a little bit of movement on retail sales for the US dollar, obviously, as well. But otherwise, not as impactful a week as we had last week. So overall, we did great this week. And for all of you that, again, are interested in finding out more details about the group and my private Telegram channel where I release my signals, and the website where you can get all of the training and even sign up for one-on-one training and coaching, feel free, strategicdaytraders.com. If you go there, you'll see a special to join the monthly group. And any questions or information, feel free to shoot me an email. That is a wrap. Traders, have a good rest of your weekend, a great trading week, and we will see you in the next one.